start off, just what was kind of the reaction once you heard about the Zion news, and what was kind of the message to the team going into today's practice?
It was tough news for sure. We all were disappointed, and just kind of being there for Z, being supportive, encouraging him as he attacks his rehabilitation and his recovery from it. But the message to the team is that we faced adversity before, and here it is again, staring us right in the eyes. And this is an opportunity that we can take advantage of.
And how was he? How was he? How did he kind of react?
Well, I mean, he's upset, disappointed. So no way around it. It was tough news. So like I said, we're all just rallying around him and gonna support him as best we can.
How tough is it that he made tremendous progress this year since December for this to happen in this spot? I guess in that context.
I think that's what makes it tough is we could see Zion continuing to improve this season, his progression, his impact on his team, our ability to have an opportunity to have a deep playoff postseason run. And so he was, that makes it even more difficult when you've been trying to do the right things and you still kind of have an injury that sets you back.
And then with Brandon, 2 games back after that long absence, how did he just respond coming off of Tuesday's game and everything?
He had a great practice today. He came in early tomorrow to get some work in. He's knocking off some rust. He's been out for 4 weeks or so, and but he looked great today. He was playing with force, had a really good practice, sharp, and we look forward for him getting back on the floor tomorrow and getting after it.
You guys have after he doesn't play the last 10 minutes, you have to have a conversation, or is it just like this happens, or how do you handle it?
No, there's definitely some discussions going on, and I'll keep those private, but for sure, we talk about it.
Coach, the confidence you have in this group, this will be the 3rd straight year you're in this situation with pretty much the same group. How much confidence do you have?
I have a ton of confidence in this group. We've been in this scenario before. We've been in these types of games before, so they're well aware of what's ahead of us, and we know we've beat Sacramento 5 times, but this is different. This 6th game is going to be the hardest, so we're expecting it.
In situations like this, how much do you rely on Brandon, the facilitator, as well as Brandon, the scorer?
You're going to need both. He's going to need to be a facilitator, scorer, rebounder, defender, and be him. And that's what we're expecting from all of our guys, the best version of themselves.
And just in general, when you have to make those tough decisions about guys in their minutes, how do you go about kind of handling those conversations, understanding, guys are competitive, they want to help the team, but also, making them understand where you're coming from when you make those decisions?
I mean, it's both myself and BI having a discussion and just talking it out and going from there. But those aren't easy decisions to make, but I'm in a position because I have to make them sometimes. And when you do, it's not about me being right. It's what's effective. And can we be effective on the floor? And you go back and watch, that group was effective, and they gave us a chance to win the game.
Jose had 4 different things taped up before that game. He looked like he took a lot of blows. Is he okay? Is he good for tomorrow?
He went through a full practice. He's fine. Yeah.
And when kind of something like this particular Z injury happens, and a lot of the talk is, man, once again, this stuff always happens to the Pelicans. How you kind of avoid that feeling like, oh, here we go again, or kind of that just feeling like the world's falling down on you?
It's a mentality. You got to deal with it. Be honest about the fact that this is where we are, and then we get a choice. That's what I told our group. We can look at this as an obstacle or an opportunity, and we're all here because we've had to go through adversity. We had to endure it. It tests your character. It tests your faith. But we're all here because we looked at it as an opportunity. We take advantage of it, and this is no different.
And how much do you think this one game sort of defines this season? I mean, if you win, people are kind of optimistic, but if you don't win, it's kind of
That's up to people to judge and determine what they want to. I try not to focus on what everybody else thinks, but just focus on what we can control. And we can be prepared. We can go out and play to to our best, which is our goal, and then let the chips fall where they may.
So, Willie, you've unfortunately not had Zion for a lot of the games since you've gotten here. Do you feel like that experiences you guys have had, especially I'm thinking 2 years ago when BI was and CJ were leading the team both in the play-in and then against the Suns in the playoffs. Do you think that kind of experience, or maybe whatever strategy you guys used back then, can help you moving forward?
For sure. All of these experiences are meant to make us better, and they're learning experiences. So we're going to continue to grow, continue to get better. But yeah, we lean on all of those experiences to help us now.
Is there one or two things that, like, common denominators of why you guys have been so successful against the Kings this season?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why we've been so successful against the Kings, but right now we have to block that out. Yes, we'll watch some tape on them, and we have a recipe of what we believe allowed us to be successful, but this is going to be a different game, and we have to embrace that. And like I told our guys, I'm extremely excited about the opportunity that we've given ourselves. We got 2 cracks at it, and this is it. So it should be exciting.
Why do you think this particular team has been so good at bouncing back after adverse moments throughout the season?
Just a resilient bunch of guys, high character. They're consistent. They come in every day and they put their work in. And we try not to let one game, to just continue to manifest into a whole season. It's one game, you win it, you lose it. Let's watch the tape. Let's come back to practice, and let's be consistent in our approach.
What's kind of stood out to you about the Kings, especially in their win over the Warriors?
They were physical in that game. They tried to make sure they took the ball out of Curry's hands, tried to make other guys beat them, but they played fast and they played physical.